Beloved soul, before your mind reacts to the intensity of these words, pause and take a slow breath, because what you are feeling right now is not meant to create fear or pressure, it is meant to bring your full attention into this moment of awareness. When you read something that sounds urgent or emotional, it can feel like something important might be lost if you do not respond immediately, but true spiritual connection is never based on fear of losing it. It is built on awareness, calm understanding, and trust within yourself. This message is not here to make you anxious, it is here to help you slow down and truly listen. The idea of sacrifice in this message is not about something being taken away in a painful or permanent way, it is symbolic of effort, of care, of the importance of what is being communicated to you. There are moments in life where you need to stop everything else and become present, not because something will disappear, but because clarity requires your attention. You have been moving through many thoughts, responsibilities, and distractions, and somewhere within all of that, your inner voice has been trying to reach you quietly. This message is simply bringing your focus back to that voice. You are not at risk of losing guidance, support, or direction if you pause or look away. What truly matters is your ability to stay aware of yourself, to recognize what you feel, and to understand what aligns with your growth. The message is asking you to open your awareness, not to react out of fear. There is a difference. When you act out of fear, you feel rushed and uncertain. When you act out of awareness, you feel calm and clear. That calm is where your real strength is. You may begin to notice that there are thoughts or feelings within you that have been repeating, things you have been sensing but not fully addressing. Perhaps there is a decision you have been delaying, or a realization you have been avoiding because it requires change. These are not random. They are signals. They are guiding you towards something important. The urgency you feel is not about losing something external, it is about recognizing something internal that is ready to be understood. Take a moment to sit with yourself without distraction. Notice what feels clear. Notice what feels ready to change. You do not need to rush into action, but you do need to acknowledge what you already know. That acknowledgement is the beginning of clarity. When you allow yourself to see things as they are, without fear, everything becomes simpler. You understand your next step more easily. You move forward with confidence instead of hesitation. As you continue with this message, let the intensity fade into calm focus. You are not being pressured. You are being guided. Nothing meaningful in your life is taken away because of a moment. Growth happens when you choose to be present, when you choose to understand, and when you choose to act with clarity. And right now, you are being invited into that space of clarity, where everything begins to make sense. Beloved soul, as you continue to sit with this message, something deeper begins to unfold within you, because what first felt intense is now becoming a quiet realization that this moment is not about urgency, it is about awareness reaching a point where it can no longer be ignored. The idea of sacrifice here is not about loss, it is about importance. It is about recognizing that there are moments in your life where your full attention is needed, not because something will disappear, but because something within you is ready to be understood. You have been moving through many experiences, carrying responsibilities, thinking about the future, and sometimes pushing aside what you truly feel. This message is not interrupting you, it is bringing you back to yourself. You may begin to notice that there are thoughts and feelings that have been repeating in your mind recently. Not loudly, but consistently. A sense that something needs to change. A realization that something no longer fits the person you are becoming. A quiet understanding that you are ready for something more aligned with your growth. These are not random thoughts. They are signals. They are the result of everything you have experienced up to this point. The message is not creating something new inside you, it is helping you recognize what is already there. There was a time when you may have ignored these signals, not because you did not see them, but because you were not ready to act on them. You may have chosen comfort, familiarity, or delay because change felt uncertain. But now something is different. You are more aware. You are more honest with yourself. You can feel the difference between what aligns with you and what does not. That awareness is what makes this moment important. It is not about reacting quickly, it is about understanding clearly. The idea that this message required sacrifice symbolizes how important it is for you to pay attention to your own inner voice. Not everything in life needs to be loud to matter. Some of the most important realizations happen quietly, when you allow yourself to stop and listen. You do not need external pressure to move forward. You need clarity. And clarity comes when you are present, when you are willing to see things as they are without distraction. You may also begin to feel a shift in how you view your situation. Things that once seemed confusing may start to make sense. Decisions that once felt difficult may start to feel clearer. This is not because everything has suddenly changed, but because your awareness has deepened. When your awareness grows, your understanding grows with it. You begin to see connections that you did not see before. You begin to recognize what truly matters. At the same time, this message is guiding you to remain calm and grounded. There is no need to rush into action. There is no need to feel pressure. What matters is that you acknowledge what you already know. When you acknowledge it, you create space for clarity. And when clarity is present, your next steps become easier to see. You do not need to force anything. You simply need to stay aware. As you sit with this part of the message, notice how the intensity has softened into something more stable. That stability is important. It means you are no longer reacting emotionally, you are understanding with clarity. You are not being asked to make a sudden decision. You are being guided to recognize the direction that already feels right for you. Stay present with yourself. Trust the awareness you have developed. The message is not about fear or loss. It is about connection, clarity, and growth. And as you continue to listen to yourself with calm attention, you will begin to see that what once felt urgent was simply the moment where your awareness became strong enough to guide you forward. Beloved soul, as you continue deeper into this message, you may begin to realize that what once sounded intense is now transforming into something much more grounded and meaningful, because the true purpose of this moment is not to create urgency, it is to bring you into a level of awareness where you can finally see clearly what has been forming within you for a long time. The idea of sacrifice is no longer about something external being given up, it is about your attention, your focus, and your willingness to truly listen to yourself without distraction. There are moments in life when everything slows down just enough for you to notice what you have been overlooking, and this is one of those moments. You have been moving through a phase of growth that has not always been visible. There were times when you felt like nothing was changing, when progress seemed slow, when you questioned whether your efforts were leading anywhere. But growth does not always show itself immediately. It builds quietly. It strengthens your awareness, your patience, your ability to understand situations more deeply. And now, that growth is beginning to show itself in your clarity. You are starting to see things differently. You are recognizing what aligns with you and what does not. You are understanding your own thoughts and feelings with more honesty than before. The message you are receiving is not introducing something new into your life, it is helping you recognize something that is already there. You may have felt it in moments of silence, in times when you were alone with your thoughts, in small realizations that came and went quickly. Those moments were not random. They were pieces of a larger understanding that is now becoming clear. What once felt like scattered thoughts is now forming into a complete picture. And when that picture becomes clear, your direction becomes clearer as well. You may also notice that your relationship with uncertainty is changing. In the past, uncertainty may have made you hesitate, may have caused you to delay decisions or avoid taking action. But now, even if everything is not fully certain, you feel more stable. You understand that you do not need to control every outcome to move forward. You trust your ability to handle what comes next. That trust is what allows you to step forward without fear. At the same time, there is a growing sense of independence within you. You are no longer relying on constant reassurance from outside sources to confirm your direction. You are beginning to trust your own perception. You are recognizing that your awareness is enough to guide you. This shift is powerful because it changes how you make decisions. You are no longer reacting to what others expect or what feels familiar. You are responding to what aligns with your growth. The presence of Archangel Michael in this message symbolizes that strength within you, the ability to stand firm in your understanding and to move forward with clarity. It is not about something outside of you controlling your path, it is about recognizing that you already have the strength to choose your direction. You are not being pushed into anything. You are being guided to see clearly so that your choices come from understanding rather than confusion. As you sit with this part of the message, notice how calm you feel compared to the beginning. That calm is your confirmation. It means you are no longer reacting to intensity, you are understanding with clarity. You are not missing anything. You are becoming aware of something. And that awareness is what will guide your next step. Stay present with yourself. Trust what you are beginning to see. The message is not about urgency or pressure. It is about clarity arriving at the right moment, when you are ready to understand it fully. And as you continue to move forward with that clarity, you will begin to see that what once felt distant or unclear is now becoming something you can recognize, understand, and act on with confidence. Beloved soul, as this message reaches its final depth, everything that once felt intense now becomes calm, clear, and deeply grounded, because what you are truly experiencing is not urgency, it is awareness completing itself within you. The idea of sacrifice is no longer something that feels heavy or emotional, it is becoming Something that feels natural, something that feels like the next step in your growth. You are beginning to understand that nothing meaningful is being taken away from you. Instead, something within you is becoming stronger, clearer, and more aligned with who you are becoming. There is a sense of completion here, not of your journey, but of a phase that has quietly shaped you. You have moved through confusion, through questioning, through moments where you were unsure of your direction. But all of that has led you here, to a place where your awareness is strong enough to guide you without constant doubt. You are no longer the same person who needed external confirmation for every step. You have developed an inner clarity that allows you to recognize what feels right for you. That clarity is the real message. You may now notice that what once felt complicated is starting to feel simple. Not because everything has changed externally, but because your understanding has changed internally. You can see your situation more clearly. You can identify what aligns with your growth and what does not. You can feel the difference between what is right for you and what is not. This ability is not something you had before at this level. It has been built through your experiences, your reflections, and your willingness to grow even when it was uncomfortable. The meaning of sacrifice now becomes clear. It is not about losing something important, it is about releasing what no longer matches your awareness. It is about letting go of hesitation, letting go of old patterns, letting go of the need to wait for perfect certainty. These are not losses, they are shifts. And these shifts create space for clarity, for direction, and for progress. When you release what no longer fits, you allow yourself to move forward without resistance. You may also feel a quiet confidence within you now. It is not loud or overwhelming, but it is steady. It is the feeling that you can trust yourself. That you can make decisions without needing constant reassurance. That you can move forward even if everything is not fully known. This confidence is what allows you to step into your next phase without fear. It is what turns awareness into action. As you move forward from this point, remember that you do not need to rush. You do not need to force anything. What matters is that you stay present, that you continue to listen to yourself, and that you act with clarity when the moment feels right. The path ahead will not reveal itself all at once, but each step you take with awareness will make the next step clearer. As this message closes, let it leave you with a sense of calm certainty. You are not losing anything that belongs to your future. You are stepping into a version of your life that reflects your growth, your understanding, and your readiness. What once felt urgent was simply the moment where your awareness became strong enough to guide you forward. And now, you are ready to move with that clarity, without fear, without hesitation, and with complete trust in yourself. Comment, "I trust myself," if this resonates. Like and subscribe for more messages like this.